Good evening and welcome to the main race for ERL Gran Turismo Tier Brazil. We're just about to start qualifying. Just waiting for one last driver to enter. Today we have 8 GT Pros and then 7 have qualified from the GT class. It's a little bit confusing, hence why we're a little bit delayed starting, because it wasn't as easy as a straight 7. There was 2 GT drivers that couldn't make the main race, so let's just do a bit of counting. You'd think as those 2 both made it in the top 7 typically. Right, we'll get qualifying underway now that all the drivers are in. So yeah, we've got 8 GT Pros and 7 GT drivers in the field today. So real max, but now you saw more than ever last week that the top of the GT class and the bottom of the GT Pro is basically one and the same. So it'd be very competitive. Obviously, it's a short lap here at Brazil as well, so that will just keep the gaps, I'd imagine, in qualifying even tighter. So let's get into the session. Right, so we've got open the leads, and Leclerc leads out the pit. In the very old school Super. So technically these are GR3 cars as opposed to GT3 cars. It's the old Super. They're probably more famous for its time in the Super GT series where it utterly dominated. He's going to be, looks like, the first car to settle up. So we'll stay with him, at least to start with. Can't rain here in Brazil, in Gran Turismo. It has fantastic weather effects, Gran Turismo, but unfortunately not at every track, or some of these drivers may say fortunately. Now, I wondered if we might see some bit of etiquette there, don't get a bit of space, but lucky I let through Garza and Penelope. Penelope was very fast here in practice on Friday, as was and Garza too, so maybe sensible, but I kept looking to be in the top 5 himself. It looks like Penelope's going to set us our benchmark time. So let's go on board with her for this first lap. Let's go to normal on board view actually. I do like the passenger seat view, but in some cars it's just a bit obtrusive to try and actually see where it is you're going. Now, forgive me, I don't have the etiquette or fancy pronunciations to all these corner names, but I can certainly tell you we've got this NOS coming up next. Oh, there's a moment through there. I think this will be an abandoned lap for sure. So let's hop straight to a Garza. Now we'll open move off. Unless she's still going to bank this time. No, she's going to move off. You can see in here it's a much better view actually, and you'll really see the driver going to work here. It's down to second. And get on the power as early as possible. As you go into the fast sweeping right-hander, you can really push the track limits here, as you'll probably see. Yeah, as long as you keep the right wheel on the curb, it qualifies here. So it can be a bit confusing that sometimes the track limits on Gran Turismo, because people have started to get used to the F1 white lines and white track limit, which personally I prefer. It's a lot easier to follow. There's some areas on Gran Turismo where you can really exploit the track limits and to get the fastest times, and I expect this man to be up there in the fastest times. So maybe that's come off the throttle a little bit there. This was running a little bit wide. Again, your exit here is so key, because you will carry the speed all the way onto the straight. Look, he's got a nice stream, maybe that's why he let these guys through. That Super's already quick on the straight without the slipstream, so that will be even helping even more. And Garza's going to set our benchmark time. 1:31.4. I'd expect we'll be in the 1:30s by the end. Leclerc's just behind. I wonder if we can see where Penelope is filtered out in all this. SH Dunn goes, sets the new fastest time. 10th quicker. First 2 races, so SH Dunn took the win in Bathurst, dominant win, and then Penelope followed up with the dominant win in the second race. So hopefully we'll see a closer battle for the race lead today. Smiley goes in just behind. Let's now what Penelope's next lap will be like. So again, I imagine there'll be lots of exit taken here. I've got to say on Friday she looks, you know, unruffled at all, so it's already you can see how different it is when it really counts with that slight error on the first lap. Let's see what the second lap banks. Really tricky corner here, tightest one on the circuit. Can often feel like the car just wants to over rotate the rear because of the camber and the tight nature. Again, exit here will be key. So it's 4.1 seconds up on her time, which you can see is 4.4 off the lead. So, and couldn't get on the power smooth we should have wanted there. A bit too much exit curve. As you see, unfortunately, the Filthy has a qualifying ban in the last round. And it's only P6 around from the first one. Try and catch up a bit more of the field. There's only a quarter of a second covering the top 5. Expected it to be tight here. Chung's only 3 tenths off in 7th as well. So it looks like at the minute is the GT Pro class have taken up the top 8 positions as maybe expects. There's not much of a gap between. That's what we're saying. Look, it's less than a tenth between the two classes at the moment. And look at the improvement Ross Boss is making here on this lap. 2 tenths up, and he's only 6 tenths off the front. Now Ghazi is pitted. I don't think he's going to get another lap in. It's interesting. Oh, just kept it in track limits. See, Lucky Egg's actually gone fastest now. Apex just done a 32.2 as you saw across the bottom there. Let's see what Gospel sets. Got a nice toe. 30 on 1. I see it's done those over the line. Oh, it's less than a tenth coming in the top 4. Smiley's gone 4. Just see what we're doing. Right, we'll give it, let's just get a quick. It was actually Lucky Egg that took the pole. So I'd be buzzing with that. Maybe tactical at the start. Tight though. Look at that, second covering 1 to 14. Obviously, the Filthy serving that Q ban. So yeah, it's going to be an interesting race start. For sure, we've got a different pole sitter. It was tight though, wasn't it? 0.028. We got the top 4 covered by less than 2 tenths. And if you go down, I mean really, you got it's interesting Penelope down in P7. we'll get this race underway very shortly. These guys have quite an hour to race here, so Chunky's been kicked. Can he get back in? Right, looks like unfortunately I have to restart because the quali should only be 5 laps. Sorry, it should have been 10 minutes, not 5, and Chunky can't get back in. So unfortunately, yeah. So apologies everyone. Yeah, so unfortunately the qualifying just seems to stay on 5 minutes. Right, apologies everybody. So I'm going to redo that. Some people will be happy with that, some won't. Hope. So we're going to start that all over again. Just need to see if we can get Chunky back in. Sorry everyone for the delays here. Yeah, Chunky's back in. Just waiting for a couple of the others bottom. Yeah, unfortunately, yeah, it's one of those where Penelope, who is our championship leader down P7, is probably happy that we start, whereas obviously some won't be. I'm just waiting for 2 more drivers. Just waiting for MG done. Right, we're just waiting for MG done. To enter and we'll start. Right, there we go, he's in. So, we'll do that all again. 10 minutes of qualifying, so most people will get, I'd have thought, 5 laps in. I hope you don't mind me having a very quick snack. I've come straight from the first phase. It's going to be a long old, we've got 10 minutes of qualifying, an hour race to go. So hopefully we can start that main race at 8:40. So, we'll look here to let people through again. Car racing fun. Again, it's like a reset, isn't it? Can only apologise everyone for the error. We're going to have to look at the turnaround time between the two races. It's a bit of a mad rush. Obviously I've got to stay neutral. I really hope Lucky Egg does a good lap now after us restarting this. I don't think he's going to let anybody go this time. Or does he want to? Because did the tow help him before? I don't want to put his lap down. But it was very quickly on Friday. And Super will be a contender here. It's very good on its tyres. It's very quick on that long straight. And most of the moves are going to be done at the end of one of the two straights. And it's going to be hard to get past that car when he's defending. It's going to be hard to defend against it. But he didn't get the best exit there. I hope I haven't put the commentator's curse on him. Let's get on board. Interesting right-hand drive in the Super. UK style. I love the old-fashioned gear change as well. I imagine every other car's on the paddle shifts. Obviously on reality and he's on his Fanatec wheel, he'll be on paddle shifts himself, but yeah. Key corner here. So you want to, he's letting the brakes as you can, but it's early on the power out of here, but that did look very good through there. So it's going to really come down to whether he lost speed onto the main straight with a bit of a tricky exit out the last corner. So far, this looked really good. So you're modulating the throttle, using the gears to rotate the car through the fast right-hander. Plenty of curb on the inside. Looks like the Super handles the curbs nicely, whereas there's a couple of cars here where the curbs really spit them out. They look relatively flat, but then as you're getting closer in there, you can see how elevated they are. This is the key now. It's a good lap up to here. Be interesting. I'm trying to remember what the previous quali was. But you're going to stay really tight in here to the line. It looks a good lap. It's going to be a 31.5 as the first banker. You can see there's already a decent time. Here we go. Penelope has been given a second lease of life by the error. Gone on with 31.1. I say it's done looked right in the mix before, so we'll definitely follow one of his laps. We'll try and flick between this field and give the GT class some credit as well. Incredibly close in the short preview quali, I think we'll have to call it now. NG done set a very good time, as did his brother in the Mercedes in P3. I think there'll be a lot to come in this lap from SH Dunn. I'm anticipating to be a second though. I think from that view you can really see how much of the curve their guys run there. Obviously just allows them to carry more speed through the corner as well. Honda sort of stopped eating by the main race. Yeah, it's 3 temps up. You expect a bit more, wouldn't you? But at least with the 10-minute session, the guys will have plenty of time. Where does this put him? Up to 6th. He'll still want more than that for sure. We'll see if Lucky can improve as well, and we'll try and get onto the GT guys. But look at Pandas in P3. They look very quick in practice on Friday, and also in the qualifying race. Went aggressive on the strategy when the starts. 2 lots of them. Yeah, well, 3 lots of them actually. Did a 2-stop in a short race. I don't know if that strategy is going to work in the feature race here, but so yeah, Garty is right on Lucky's tail. So he's probably going to be the one now that benefits from that slipstream and the run to the line this time. Got to imagine the Gazi will be improving. But again, you can see how tight it is. We're less than a second here from P1 to P10. The Gazi's very close. We might say too close. And the key is here: does he back up and go on the next lap, or does he? Is that a sign that look, he's going to abandon this lap? He's not impeding because they're both on hot laps. So it's just whether what the guys do here is they go on to the next lap. It's a bit of a bump draft, bit of so Garza goes fastest, probably helped by that slipstream. Look at Panda here from the GT class, really mixing it with the pros. See what. Alright, so he's done a bit of a slowdown lap by the looks of it. If they're going to go again, it's quite close to the car ahead. So that could be a difficulty for him. Oh yeah, that's probably too much curve there. Definitely be expecting improvement from SH then. But nose down again on that first sector. See, it's incredibly tight here at the front. No tyre wear in these qualities, no tyre or fuel wear, so the guys just go and just hammer laps. And they've got 10 minutes to do so. There's 2-minute continuation, so provided they get to the line. Right. So again, it's always about how close you want to get for the slipstream, but then if you then catch up to the next driver on the next lap, you compromise the next lap. So do you bank the one you're on, or do you have the next one? Took a bit funky up into P5. And I've got to say it's damn close. I don't think Panda will be improving. Someone who does need to improve because he got pole in the first round. I don't know, I'll definitely have him a bit if he doesn't improve in this next round. So he's pretty much matched his first sector. Though Penelope's improving, it does seem very tight at the top. Agassi's missed the first 2 rounds, unfortunately, so it's a bit of a disadvantage in the championship, but he was moved up from GT to the Pro class, and it looks like there we've definitely made the right decision, but you can see there Leclerc really pushing onto the grass. I think we've got the second split just coming up now. Just under a 10th improvement, should be enough to put him to P6. Won't be. Oh no, and that will compromise the next lap as well. Oh dear. I think probably the one to watch now is SH done. We're probably approaching the end of quali. He won't have got a lap that he'll be really happy about as of yet. Look, he'll have to pit now, and I don't think he'll get back out in time and finish the lap before the continuation starts. So this is probably the key lap to follow now. Let's get on board for it. Interesting that although it's a British car, it's still left-hand drive. There's a bit of a squirrel out there, a bit of an issue with the exit. Look, he asking for the restart. Sorry my friend, I owe you one there. Oh, SH done not improving, so it's going to be a tricky start and position for him. Panda's got put on pole. In the GT class, he just banged it on pole with a 30.9. Kind of guard to respond. I don't think he'll be able to because it's right up SH done. Let's see if Smiley's a 10th down. Is Penelope improving? For the next question. How incredible would it be for a GT driver to bang it on pole with the strength of this field? Penelope's improving. Not enough to take pole at the moment, but on this exit now. I guess H-Dun's abandoned. Penelope's going to be next over the line. I think as it stands enough for P2 unless there's a mega improvement here. P3, Ghazi. Can he take it away from Panda? Don't think he can. Probably too close. That's on that last lap. Smiley is coming into X2. He's abandoning. Jill Cara comes over the line next. It looks at the minute that Panda may have this. Oh, he's definitely had it. Chunky's finished. I think that's it. Panda takes it. I'm starting the race at 7:40, so a bit of a quicker turnaround than usual, but I get it relatively early. We'll be finishing too late. .5 seconds covering the field, it's nothing really. Obviously, apologies to Filthy, he spent a lot of time waiting in the pits this evening. Incredibly close, as we probably expected it to be. We've got to say GG's there to Luca Panda, GT driver, to put it on pole. Top 4 though, separated by a 10th, and you think how quick. And there's probably a couple of people out of position, probably Lucky and SH Dunn as well. So everything's lined up for a good race if we can get through turn 1, which sort of was incidents probably rated to myself in the main race, qualifying race. But yeah, field's tight. Get a quick message in. But yeah, what a start of the race we should have here with these guys. So yeah, we're going to start at 7:40. Panda's saying, get me a GT Pro, got to finish the job now, my friend. But yeah, he's on the podium last race. He's on pole for this race, so we'll be underway in just a minute. Panda wants to lead just one lap. Yeah, it'll be interesting because a lot of this race start comes down to what the cars are like off the line. Not too sure on the Ferrari what it's like off the line. Right, we're about to get this show on the road. We'll get straight into spectator mode because I think we're going to have a hell of a race start here. Let's just hope it stays clean. It's a long race. There's heavy damage on, and we saw in the first race just how damaging potentially that damage can be, impacting on you both for straight on speed, cornering speed. So here we go. We are 4, 5 red lights, and away we go. Looks like Panda's got a good start, as has Penelope. Smiley, as tends to be the case, struggling off the line in the Porsche. But Panda leads into this unrest. There's a bit of door bang between Agazi and Penelope, but looks like so far everyone's made it through okay. But Agazi's already coming at Panda now down this first straight. How hard will Panda defend this? He's trying to force into the outside. It's going to be hard to make it stick around there, but will Agazi look for the switchback? Yes, he will. They're going to go side by side through here. This will give Panda the inside into the fast right. What a start by Lucky Egg. It's in the back as it's P4, but we have to stay at the battle for the lead for now. And bumper to bumper. Panda's an excellent job there, defending on the straight. He keeps hold of it. Agazi sticking with what a start this has been from Lucky Egg to get up to P4. Probably benefiting from the Porsche's issues off the line. But, yeah. Oh, see how close he is. Going to have a run short into turn 1 here. Can the Ferrari defend again? Surely he's going to defend the inside and push into the outside. Defending so far, I don't think he's going into the pit lane there. Yeah, he's going to force the guys to the outside. Can the guys who make it stick around the outside? And just as we go, oh, there's a bit of door to door. Guys, he concedes for now. But despite the battling, they've opened up a bit of a gap behind. Penelope probably just happy to sit and just see how this plays out in the battle for the lead for now. But it's Ferrari from Peugeot, from Mercedes, from Toyota, from Porsche, from Corvette, from Audi, and from Aston Martin. So, as far as I can make out, they've got 8 different manufacturers in the top 8. Everyone seems to be making it through so far. The pack's intact anyway. I noticed the front two both started on softs. There's Penelope, Lucky, Smiley all in the mediums. That wouldn't have helped Smiley off the line either. Boss has gone for the softs. So this could be interesting. What's Chunky on behind? Mediums. I say it's the mediums, they're probably looking longer. But what a start from Papa Steve. He's gone for the softs, but I know in that McLaren they were really making those softs last a long time. Oh, crikey, John and Carthy there. He's obviously had a difficult start, dropping from P5 to P10. Looks okay. MG Dunn's dropped a couple of places there too. The Filthy gets we've got a yellow flag somewhere. Ooh. Smiley looking to get moved on. Lucky. Panda still keeps the lead at the front. I think Chunky will have a good view of this battle. So side by side through there. Chunky knows been raising an issue with the tyre wear in the Audi so far, but it looks okay so far. Rear right does take a pound around here. A lot of high speed corners and a lot of traction zones. But he's got a little bit of a run on Lucky here. That Super's damn quick on the straights. We've got SH Dunn coming in trying to get in this battle as well. These guys pull away at the front, but we know they're on the softs, and already look at the rear right tyre of the Ferrari. I actually got better tyre wear than the Peugeot at the moment behind. And he's building, getting up to 8 temps. He's seen how hard it's been to overtake when they're bumper to bumper. But the key for these guys is when they pit, coming into traffic, and other guys down an extra stop. I get why they've done it, to just maybe get away and avoid any carnage into that turn 1. I know Panda said about leading a lap of the race. But yeah, he's done that and more so. But yeah. So Chunky's through unlucky. Smiley's ran wide though, as you see. That will put Chunky surely right on the tail of the Porsche now. Tyre's looking okay for now. Slightly worse than the Porsche. That Toyota, as we know behind, is very good on its tyres. So here we have the elite champion from season 1, the podium champion from season 1. Potentially going to battle. So Penelope is the lead medium runner. Has actually got a pretty decent, healthy gap to Smiley. In a bit of a no man's land at the minute, but this race will come to her with the front two being on the aggressive soft strategy. I'd imagine soon we'll be at the point, yeah, you can see how much wear is that the medium's probably the favourable tyre now, and she'll probably start closing up this group. So important behind, but then they're rivals, aren't they? But it's important probably that they don't cost each other time here, this group behind, and just eventually try and bring themselves up to Penelope, because if Penelope just runs in free air like this, she's eventually going to catch those front two, and the gap's 2.4, 2.5 now, and you're probably looking at about 2 seconds. If you want to do an undercut, you want to be within probably the gap that now they can't let it extend, that's for sure, the 2.5 gap they have to her. So this will be interesting. So Lucky's having an eventful race. He made some pace off the start, but now he's got SH Done all over him down the straight. Super's quick on the straight. I don't know if he can defend this, but then SH Dunn's come out the slipstream early. Try and get this move done. See, without DRS that these cars obviously don't have, not the easiest track to overtake them, because you're not going into heavy braking zones. Turn 1 is, you know, a medium speed corner. Yes, you're braking hard for it, but it's not a hairpin by any means, nor is this next corner coming up. But again, he's got the run. It's just about whether you can get enough of a run that when you come out the slipstream you don't lose that straight line speed. It opts to sit behind for now. Giancarlo's back coming back to the field. Papa Stevo, excellent to get up to here, but he's at the front of an incredible pack here. What a battle we have by the looks of it here for the lower places in the top 10. Beam and J and the BMW, it's very close. See how good the Clown is on its tyres, so it's soft, and you compare the tyre wear here to the guys at the front. It's night and day. But yeah, that's some pack of drivers. See what's happened to this back pack. So Gloss Boss, oh yeah, I was thinking he may have pitted because early on he was just off the back of Smiley, so I don't think he must have been responsible, or not responsible for the yellow flag, but involved in the yellow flag. And MG Dunn too, also quite far off the back of the Filthy, so it makes you think something maybe happened between those two. Heifeld now on the back of B and J, which has allowed Pop Stevo to get away a little bit. Can Heifeld make the move stick? We've seen it difficult to get moves done, particularly when you're forced to the outside, but this will give it, if he can hold it around the outside, it will give him the inside to the S's, but B and J defends it well. And now it's going to be through here. The only other thing you can try and do is maybe get someone to compromise their line into turn 1, because then they'll be compromised in 2, and then try and get the run onto them here. But again, it's just proven difficult. As soon as you step outside the slipstream, just any kind of speed advantage just seems to be gone. But that looked like a bit of a tricky exit, so now pretty much what you're relying on now is waiting for mistakes. Crikey, this is close between these three. Because Apex is in this mix now as well. Again, it's going to be hard to force moves here. You're going to be begging off a mistake. Jordan Carver's round, as you just saw there. You got damage? No damage. But yeah, because it's very close here between these guys. That's allowed. Look how much Pop Stevo's got away from this group. Panda still leads up front. I'd imagine by now Guys is into the pits. What he's not going to want to do is come out in the middle of this battle though, that's for sure. Be interested to see what Guys he puts on. But yeah, this is a tight old battle here. Yeah, but what? So, guys, you can see how, because the field's so tight, it's going to come out here in last place. And right on the back of this, the last two drivers. Oh, Julian Carr, sorry, he's had some difficult issues so far in this race. Saying that, actually, I think Guards is going to be feed in just behind. Yeah. So you're going to have to see, is this strategy going to pay out? 4-second gap Panda has to Penelope. He's got 6 seconds to Smile, and this is what we spoke about before, is these guys battling each other so hard. Oh no, something happened to Chunky to be back here. It doesn't make sense because he was right on the back of Smiley, so I have to see what happened there. He's down to P7. Papa Stevo, what a race he's had. From P14 off the start to P6. Just wonder how much more, because the one thing I think with McLaren is you can drive on the warm tyres. Yes, he'll be losing performance. You can see he's a second off his fastest lap, but he's got track position right now. And if he can pit around the same time as the medium runners now, Panda's in the pits, going to give Penelope the net lead. We will see where Panda comes out. But yeah, Penelope's got some lit gap now to Smiley. Oh, that's not good. The German car has left the rear. I hope that's not a voluntary DNF. Because obviously they're forbidden the OL. And obviously German car is one of our stewards, so I'd imagine we'll know that. I certainly hope it does. It's tough when it goes against you in Gran Turismo. There's no safety car to bring you back in, but this is tough racing, and you have to see the race through. If you've dedicated the hour to it, we'll give him the benefit of the doubt for now. We don't know if something's happened, but onus will be very much on the driver to prove that. We gotta say, it's the back of last week. Penelope's in a hell of a position here. It'll be hard to reel in. It's really tight in quali, but you can see one of the reasons why. Look at the difference in tyre wear. But again, SH done. Recovery drives, superb. Well, if he knows he's got his hazards on. But yeah, it's front right. It's just things on that car. It's taking the pound. It's a lot of the other cars. It's the rear right tyre that's been really struggling. But yeah, it's a comfortable lead, you got to say. Proper Steve are doing really well here. He's extended to the point where some of the medium runners are pitting, so it's going to be difficult. There's a lot of different strategies going on here, and I think similar to previous races, we're not going to really know until we probably get to lap definitely lap 30 plus. Now these two are about to go side by side. It'll be difficult to make a move stick on the outside there. No, he probably makes the better thought of it. And anything really into these corners is going to be a lunge where all risk goes to the lunge or the dive bomb in those situations. It's been an interesting race so far. We haven't seen many overtakes. As I say, it seems to be difficult to get moves done on the two straights because they're not going into hard brake zones. We haven't got but as the race evolves, we're going to see lots of offset tyre strategies, and I think then with the delta on the tyres, that's where we'll maybe see room for. But where did so Garzi jump hand obviously with the undercut? We've both gone to mediums. And obviously they're now going to jump these guys when they pit, but they're going to be offset for big chunks this way, so it's going to be tricky. Yeah, well, crikey, high for those tyres are nearly gone, as you can see there. Up Steve, up to the pit, yeah, you can see that his tyres are completely gone. As you see, these guys are still fighting hard here. Crikey, this is some pack we have here. A little bit of lag maybe for the BMW. I'm going to say this, I haven't got any lag issues. When you're racing this close, that's the last thing you need. Can Apex get this move done around the outside? Or there's a bit of a Max Verstappen and Lewis Hamilton. Oh no! Oh dear, that's bump and suspension damage for Apex. Tricky, I don't know again if it, like I say, if it's caused by any kind of lag issues, but he ended up, a bit of contact went wide, and then you're just not on a grippy part of the track. Oh, there's contact there for sure. Guys, he's trying to make move sticks. This is the key for these guys. This is the risk they took going on the soft pit early. You see Beam and Jay there, was nearly round. This is it. It's proven so hard to overtake here that moves are probably being forced that aren't quite there. It starts to look very dark. As I said, there's no possibility of rain here. But yeah, Garcia Panda's done well really, because done slight, and it looks like the Peugeot is a bit harder on its tyres than the Ferrari, which is surprising. But yeah, it looks as the Merc dives into the pits, so it hasn't actually worked out too badly for these guys. They're going to be slightly offset on strategy, and they're going to have to figure out, can we now from here stay on track with the medium runners? Let's see. Penelope's struggling on the tyres, but we've seen with her in previous races, he seems to just be able to drive and drive and drive on the worn tyres. Look at the tyre on the Porsche. It's a lucky egg. He's just hanging in there. He's got a car that's quick on the straight and seems kind on the tyres. It's a good combo. And if the Porsche does have an advantage through this middle sector, it's probably not anymore with the tyre differential. Again, it looks like it's probably Penelope's race to lose from here. Because it seems like, because she's able to just drive on the worn tyres, so it's a combination of obviously her immense skill and also the car, just allows her almost to just now just pit once everyone else is pit, because she's completely covered the undercut range. So this is close now between these two. Oh, Smiley's a bit onto the grass there, but looking at the inside, you'd think with the super speed now he'll make that stick. Now, I don't think this is a net P2. We're not going to know for sure until Silver's pit. Smiley decides to dart into the pits now. Again, Lucky Egg's tyres are really good. Can he extend and do a one stop? I wonder if that's what these front two are planning. Because obviously if Penelope follows that strat, then it negates it. But if it's just that front right tyre, isn't it? Is he going to get that another 7 laps? He isn't. But it might. But lap time wise, very consistent. As you can see down the right hand side, and he's up on improving on this lap. So could be interesting. Now, be interesting. SH Stern, you can see the strength of the undercut. This is what these guys have to do, and there's no race engineers in this game. You're making these decisions yourself. But look how strong that undercut's been. He's come up. And by the time Smiley's got his tyres up to temperature, probably 4.5 seconds. It's absolutely crazy. Just want to see where Chunky. Oh, it's back in the pits. Oh, he's got all kinds of damage. Oh dear, that is not good. It's not good. Apex has come out back and so got a bit of a sped field now. Unfortunately, as I say, when there are incidents, which clearly has been, there's no safety car to get you out of jail. Unfortunately, Papa Steve has also got front bumper damage. But yeah, I'm really shocked at the undercut strength. I imagine Beamer's gonna have to pit soon, so these guys have stayed out a long old way. The thing is, the guys have already pitted yet. I wonder if they go in free stock, whereas these guys are going to try and do 2. So, as you say, I don't think we can really figure out true net positions until what, lap 32, 33. As we get into those last 5-6 laps, we should have a rough idea then of where we are. You can see Panda's just set a purple set to 1. It's clearly a lot kind. Oh, Garza, 3-second penalty. That's going to be killer for him. It's strange. I think we've seen him since he made his pit stop. And normally the 3 seconds is a pit cut line cutting penalty. See again, super. Particularly his left-hand side tyres is really looking after them nicely. Is he stretching to a 1 stop? Lap time wise, yeah, 7 tenths down or so on the last lap, but this might be where it becomes tricky, but you can definitely 2, whereas some of the guys I think are going to have to 3, particularly those that started on the softs, but we'll see. So Penelope pits now. Does this encourage, does Lucky follow suit, or does he try and extend and try and do something different? This for me tells me he's going to try and do something different. Because obviously with 2 stopping, it doesn't take a maths genius to work out that you're going lap 13, lap 26. So Penelope's obviously 2 stopping. She's been able to really extend as she has in previous races. No need to refuel. We'll do that on the next stop. Panda goes back into P2, but again, it's going to be a tyre disadvantage. He's also going to come up behind the it's interesting. It's going to be really interesting how this plays out, because we might have 1-stop, 2-stop and 3-stop strategies at play here. And we've seen how difficult it is to overtake, but I think he's got tyre offsets, obviously going to make things easier. And the key probably on if it is Penelope versus Lucky for the race win back, we don't know that this stage. There's a hell of a long way to go. Penelope's got the softs in this next stint, which is really interesting. So even more so now, probably because of lower fuel, and then going to go maybe back to mediums after. This race, you feel now comes down to, can she get past the Agazi and Panda on their warm tyres? Now we've got a battle behind for sure. SH Duns can move stick. I said it's hard to overtake another sector, but as you said, when you got the tyre offset, look at the difference in the 2 sets of tyres. That's the key there. I only think maybe more of these guys are going to try and maybe 1-stop. I'd imagine for these guys, they have to go to the hard. This is why I like the fact there's no mandatory tyres. It really allows a lot of variety. I think a lot of people think that by doing mandatory tyres it forces strategy, and there are times where I wish that F1 would do the same, you know, and just let them just choose. If some guys want to run 2 sets of hards, let them 2 sets of hards, because somebody might say that running the hard and the medium is quicker. You know, I think you actually get more strategy variety by not having mandatory tyres, and that's the reason we don't win in this league. And I think it's what makes it so good, is you've got the mixture of tremendous racing, the outright pace, the strategic element, the fact that if you're going to win a race, you've got to be mistake free. To get any kind of decent result, you've got to be very much close to mistake free. You certainly can't have a big one. You know, you can't have a major incident and get major damage, because it's going to be so impacting on you. So you've got all these elements at play. And while occasionally it may lead to a spread out field and you might not get constant wheel-to-wheel action, there's almost always something at play. Be that strategy, race pace, tyre management, fuel management, and these guys have to do calculations in their head whilst trying to race as well. So yeah, there's a lot going on. The Penelope's cleared Agazi, and obviously relatively quickly. Now it's got the clear out to Panda. This is getting very interesting now, because there is real strategy. But Lucky's gone now. That's interesting. We'll get an idea soon. So Pan's going to retake the race lead. You know what? With Penelope on the softs, Pan on the mediums, similar fuel. Those softs I think are going to wear to the point where these guys are going to be on very similar tyres soon. I'm really intrigued on what tyres he puts on again. Lucky's also gone for the softs. So a 1-stop fear is out the window, isn't it? But these guys clearly want to use the softs on the lighter fuel on heavy fuel at the start too. Some people use the softs for different reasons. Clearly Panda and Agazi want to use them off the line to get away, stay out of trouble. Oh, Lucky comes right and down Pop Stevo. Whereas Lucky and Penelope are using the softs during their lower fuel stages. So it's really interesting. Now Lucky took on board a little bit of fuel, which is now put him behind Stevo, as you saw with Penelope, went for the just tyre change, no fuel. I don't know. I think this is bubbling up and we're going to have a tremendous finale again. This is going to be key for Papa Steve on slightly warm mediums, Lucky on brand new fresh softs. He's got to get this move done relatively quickly, because you've seen how quickly Penelope got past the guards in a similar situation. So definitely can't afford to lose any time here. Gonna have to try and get this done. Agazi's back in, so it makes you think he's, well, I was going to say free stopping, it could even be 4 at this rate. Oh crikey, that's tight in there. Thank goodness there's a bit of racing room left, because that could have ended up with one of them in the pit wall. It probably doesn't make sense for Stevo to fight this too hard. Yeah, it's just him, he's got a bit of bumper damage. I don't know if that was from before. Oh, I think we did see it from before. He's going to try and send this back. Now from a race perspective, you're probably just better let it go and just get towed along for as long as you can. I would say, but he might not know the race situation, the fact that look, he's on brand new soft tyres. It's done relatively quickly. These guys have got Smiley and Essex have got identical tyre wear, but Smiley's taken half a second out of Essex done since the pit stop phase, but he definitely won't want to be. I think the key in the battle between these two is not being undercut on the next round of stops, but you've also got to make sure you leave enough time, enough fuel for those final stops, for those final stints, sorry, if they're going for the 2-stop. Now Penelope's right at the back of Panda. Oh, unfortunately, those tyres have seen better days, that's for sure. And I think this will be relatively straightforward. We've seen how hard it is to get moves done, but you'd think new softs versus very real mediums. Oh, and there's a bit of a squib of an exit out there from Panda. I think for the race, from New's perspective, we need Panda to keep hold this lead for as long as he can. And lap times are still damn good, 33.5s regularly. But yeah, you see the difference. Last few laps with Penelope, 31.4s. But she won't want to force anything, she has got margin here. It's tricky to figure out who you're in a race with at this stage. Damn, these guys have a lot of trust here. Say one bit of bumper damage went away. Oh, has Panda gone wide there? Yeah, it's probably going to look. Oh, he's fighting it hard though. Penelope backs out, probably realising that I've got that little bit of time in hand. I probably don't need to fight this tooth and nail at this point. He's clinging onto it. He's clinging onto it for now. Exit out of here will be key. And if you're going to try and extend, probably has to extend. Oh, Penelope's at the inside though. Wants to get that inside, I think. Oh my word. That nearly got very messy. So you can see Smiley is catching SH. I think probably the frustrating thing here for SH is doing excellent coverage on the gap to the front staying around the same 8-second mark. I think making inroads into that is going to be really hard. Because she's on softs and got slightly better tyres at the minute. I'm intrigued on Lucky's foot, so he's obviously, I can only think doing medium softs maybe. The two brothers, and Jin, Papa Stevo, there won't be any brotherly love here, that's for sure. What a good drive Glossboss has done to get himself back into P7 here. Panda's gone back onto the softs, it's interesting. Well, guys, they can make a lot of pit stops, that's for sure. But yeah, tasty old battle here for P5. Obviously, Pop Stevo's driving so well because he's got that damage as well as Panda got through down Rosbos. Again, key phases here when you're on fresh softs. You just, if you want to make any benefit of them, you've got to clear the traffic. Brave move to be done there. That's a fantastic move. You've got to say fair play to Rosbos not running them out of road there. Things could have got messy for sure. Tight again between the two brothers here. I think MT Dunn's had a decent recovery race though. He was struggling early on, looked like potentially into Jun and Kara. Right, so let's just see what's happening between. So the gap's maintaining now, things have settled. That's crazy. Yeah, Smiley pitted after SH, but it's got worse tyre wear. These guys unfortunately just bleeding a bit of time to Penelope. SH had it covered at Bathurst, but the last two races were even tricky, and I think it was probably the quali that unfortunately did for him here. Oh, okay, so the penalty, that would be frustrating for him, but he's got a big buffer behind. But yeah, we've got a bit of a battle going on here. Watching for Papa Stevo, he's sandwiched between two cars on brand new fresh softs. He's got hope that the race comes to him later. This is tight now, go down the main straight. I'm not going to go 3 wide, are we? Ugh. Looks tasty for here. Stevo holds on, does he? See Glossboss and Beam and J pitting behind. And now we're going to have a Gazi. Oh, they're just the pressure seems to eat for the tyres. I wonder why he's so keen to keep in the softs, but so being side by side for that bit of door banging, but the move's done. Panda's up to next. So Gazi and Panda with pretty much having a race long battle here. It's for the lead early on, but they've gone very aggressive on strategy. You know, P1 and P2 in quality, so they'll be disappointed if they don't come over a decent return. But unfortunately, with these aggressive strategies, track was difficult to overtake on. Quite often end up in this pack, which just ends up costing a lot of time. Because I think sometimes it's hard on Gran Turismo, particularly about the race engineer, to know exactly what your race situation is. So you can't assume that people won't race you because they're not in the same race as you or different strategies. It's in most positions defended to the death, and as this one has been here. But MG darts into the pits. So wonder if at the phase now where people are considering going to the end, but it's going to be tough fast to go 17 laps on the reset and medium. Seems like the hard doesn't seem a popular choice of tyre for this track. That'd be probably your only option realistically. Anyway, so Panda's very quick. Right, this is hotting up now. Within a second. I think unfortunately for these guys, it seems again that this win is gone for them. I say it's been mainly this top 4 at the minute have been really a step above everybody in the first few races. But would anybody better stop Penelope if she makes this 2 out of 2? So SH took a fantastic win in Bathurst, but it's just been difficult to match the Mercedes driver since. Now, has he got less than the K on? Is he pitting? He is. Oh yeah, you can see very low on the fuel there. Oh, Smiley's followed him straight in. I'm going to just see what the two got, because the Aston needs more fuel. That's why the undercut, it wasn't just the undercut on tyres, it probably took on less or no fuel. The Gazi and Panda back to battling again. So I wonder now if Smiley will. It's battles in the pit crews here. So the fuel goes in that Aston. Yeah, it's battle in the pit crews here. Smiley's out. Going to jump SH done back, I think. Yeah, the Smiley's going soft. It's interesting. But this time, Smiley fueled less. Very interesting. So, Smiley going to go soft from here. SH going to try and take those mediums. 16 laps potentially, that could be interesting. Oh my god, this picked up another penalty. Oh, what a catch that was. Dicey through there. Panda's got back ahead. softs don't look too worn at this stage, but it seems that once they get past halfway, it just seems to absolutely, the tyre seems almost double. I think whatever happens, he's driven a brilliant race. They'll be delighted with his pole position, that's for sure. It reminds me a little bit of Formula 1 last year, the way Penelope's driving at the minute, where over one lap, you know, people seem to take the fight. But in race pace, there just seems to be no match at the moment. Certainly based off the last two races, it's a very varied calendar. There's a lot of challenges to come, but for now, you'd have to say she does look the class of the field. Got to say, haven't you, that certainly still pushing. That's for damn sure. How beautiful does this track look though as we move into the evening sunset? It will be pretty much dusk by the time the race finishes. We've got about 15 laps to go, probably about 20 odd minutes. It's going to be interesting between these two, because it's now reversed the situation where Panda's got the better tyres than Lucky, but less fuel. Quick run through the field as the battle seems to have tied down. So you see now it's flipped back and SO's actually 4 off Smiley, so they've just reversed really what they were doing before. MG done in P8, but Glossboss P9, Beeman P10, Steve P11, Highfield P12, Apex P13. Oh dear, I suppose it can't be an easy race this for Chunky down in P14 and getting blue laps as well. Blue flags. Yeah, Penelope's coming through, lapping drivers now. I mean, that's a sign. In a field as tight as this, I know there's obviously been some incidents and things gone on, but lapping drivers in the field of this quality with 15 laps to go is something else, really. Gars is in the pits again, got hardly any fuel. I think this will bring the Smiley back. Yeah, it will do. But yeah, we're getting to the stage now. Probably across the next 7-8 laps, we'll probably see the final strategy moves undertaken. As I said before, massive respect to these drivers. You know, the way that they're pushing like mad, making strategy calls, calculating fuel loads, tyre strategies, all as one-man bands. And the gap at the front's immense now, and this is what is just incredible really, is how she just is able to drive with such good times. I mean, yes, they've dropped off slightly if you look at the right-hand time stall, that one dropped off quite a lot. But yeah, it's incredible really. I have half her skill and probably a car that's not as good as the tyres, but 3/4 of the time and the car just wants to spin all the time. But here the front left and front right are completely eradicated. And yes, losing time, but just to even drive and still look so smooth is some achievement. So both front two are going to pit soon, as is Panda P3. I just wonder, it's going to be it's not going to maybe bring the race win. I think it's done sitting pretty here, because rough calculations I'd say enough fuel to go to the end. Tyres will be at a stretch to the end, but the tyre on this Porsche, I think Smiley's going soft. You'd think, ignore the yellow tyre walls, it's not he's on soft tyres, that'll just be to match the livery. So I guess it doesn't sit in a very good position here. You know, maybe not for the race win, and that's Penelope's to lose now, but I think behind her it's... But again, depending on what time the others pit, they're going to follow in, because these guys are, Panda's basically driving on fumes, so I'd imagine they're following in. And look, it's going to go on a little bit longer. Well, Panda must be really pushing on that fuel. Let's see what Penelope's putting on. She's putting the softs on again. There's only 12 laps to go now though. You saw how well she drove on the last set and how long. Now, are Smiley and SH Dunn going to come out right in front of each other here? We've also got the blue flag in the mix as well. Okay, this is spicy. Blue flag driver doesn't have to get out of the way. It could be advisory. Smiley thinks he's got to pit again. In fact, to be almost certain he's got to pit again. I just really hope here that this doesn't interfere with racing too much. You know, you don't have to give all that position away, but you also probably shouldn't be fighting it this hard either as a blue flag driver. Hopefully it's all ends sensibly. Definitely there won't be any incidents here. I'd hope should at this point would be the point just let these two pass and do their race. Crikey, yeah, Panda's made it in the pits on 0 fuel, so he's really pushed that to the limit. Yeah, okay. So unfortunately this isn't for the race lead. Oh no, see, unfortunately Chunky's had a spin there at turn 1. So SH done 7.5 off the front. Penelope's going to the end though. And if SH done can stretch to the end, hard because he can't do remaining laps, but he's got just over a quarter of a tank. Smiley's definitely got to pit, that's for sure. The Filthy's going to pit on tyres and he's got good fuel, so he might be able to do a no stop onto stuff. So he's done a very good recovery. So I haven't probably given the airtime he deserves. It's been hard to have so many battles to try and contend with. Look, he's on fresh softs going to the end. Garzi, he's got to pit again. Strange strategy he's gone for on a car that kills the tyres to just keep whacking the softs on. Panda's on fresh mediums behind going to the end. MG Dunn, he thinks he'll have to pit again on, definitely on fuel, maybe on tyres as well. Boss needs to pit again on tyres. He needs to pit again on tyres. Imagine Steve going to the end, although obviously the tyres have started to wear. The McLaren's good on the tyres, and you can drive on the warm tyres. IFL pitting again, Apex pitting again, Chunky I'd imagine pitting again. Been a difficult race for him. Penelope's taken the race lead. Smiley gonna try and fight this. It's gonna be hard. Although his car will be weighing a lot less, that's for sure. It's gonna be a major tyre disadvantage. This is what's proven key. I mean, in qualifying, there's nothing between these drivers, but Penelope's race pace and ability to drive so consistently on warm tyres is at the minute what's given her a really handy championship lead, which will only be extended, it looks like, at this rate. Smiley's taking over well, but obviously the fact to go make one more stop is going to be killer. It's very early days. You've got to ask yourself right now, is that number 1 going to be transferring its own way to the car ahead? The only thing is, obviously, just looking, looks like the Aston is potentially pushing those tyres quite hard as well. You'd say right now it looks like Penelope P1, SH done P2. See if Smiley can come back at him with the tyre offset, but he's going to be giving up. He's 8 seconds ahead. He's going to be giving up minimum, you'd think, 22, 23 in the pits. Yeah, Guards is definitely pitting again. As is the Filthy, who goes in now. He's making his last stop. Maybe for a set of softs. Cars look great, don't they, as it goes to dark here. You see the brake disc lighting up, the exhausts firing up, the headlights are starting to come on. This is tight between these two. So Lucky's got the better tyres. Gars has got the lighter car unit because of lower fuel, so it's kind of balancing each other out. We know Lucky's going to the end too now. Smiley's probably going to come out behind Lucky. Probably on fresher tyres, but the Porsche's hard on its tyres, so you've got to weigh those two things up. Oh, that's not going to help him. Onto the grass there. Probably time to get rid of these. Be pitting this lap. Yeah. That'll be his final stop. We'll come back to him at 2 seconds, but Penelope's just in the fastest lap of the race. I think that's very a la Lewis Hamilton, talking of fellow Mercedes drivers, but the situation where you're comfortable up front and then just bang in the fastest lap just to really demoralise the rest of the field. Oh, that was a good save by SH Dub. I just don't know if those mediums are going to make it. It might be a case of just driving for the pain barriers and not to give up track position, but I think he has still got people to pit ahead of him here. It's going to be tricky. See the beautiful sunset over into Lagos here. It's going to be tricky maybe initially until the guys ahead pit. But yeah, definitely stops ahead to be made. Oh, not sure where Guards is off to there. Kind of killed his hopes probably of catching Lucky, who we're almost certain is going to the end. SH Dun's probably the tricky one on whether he can get those tyres to last. So probably the key now is can Lucky, if he does try and hang it out there, can he catch SH Dun? That was a hell of a tyre squeal. I don't think it's from Lucky. May well be for Garzi though. He's got himself a 4.5 second penalty. These two just seem destined to be glued to each other for the whole of the race. Yeah, just see, I think maybe the cars are just giving up, but this a 4.5 second penalty here is going to be an absolute killer, because it's not just 4.5 seconds you lose there. You know, the amount of momentum he's going to lose. We've probably seen now that MD Dunn's going to come right up on him. Yeah, he's going to pit himself. Oh, that's a bit cheeky. A bit Sebastian Vettel got the move done as they go into the pits. Now SH Dunn decided to bite the bullet. We're sticking a set of softs on now. That's it. Steve-O's probably trying to go to the end here, you know. I mean, this gap at the front is just ginormous, isn't it? 20 seconds. It's going to be the most comfortable yet. I think both races so far have been won by 15 seconds by SH and then Penelope. This is as comprehensive as it gets. God, did that super look great? You hear the turbo lag there. Just trying to look at the difference here. I think it's going to be tricky. The panel to reel that in, but he's still looking. It's going to be some effort here of Smiling S8's done to try and catch back up and take this podium off Panda. Do you think the front three are committed to the end? We think. To go into the last 7 laps. Very close on the fastest laps. Literally half a tenth in it. It shows on 1 lap pace and things there isn't that much in it on pure pace, but the consistency in the race pace. It just doesn't make mistakes. Everything just looks so smooth to smooth. Yeah, it's comfortable behind. Looks like Panda's struggling to make inroads into Lucky. Someone's got 2-second penalty though. That's going to really hurt chances of catching Panda and will bring SH closer to him with a slightly better tyre wear as well. Have we got any battles further back? It looks like we've got one. With next group, Ghazi and MG. Not surprised to see a Ghazi on the soft as MG, the about equal tyre wears. They're battling here for P9, P10. Oh god. Crikey, I don't know how he saved that. That looked like it was gone, didn't it? Somehow he kept hold of it. It's getting dark and darker. Oh god, he's really struggling, the Ghazi. Got a bit of lonely drivers here at the minute. Looks like a Ghazi and MG done P9, P10. I think maybe we'll get a battle P4 and 5 between Smiley and SH, but we'll see. Let's see what's happening there. And maybe here actually, might be interesting. The Filthy closing in and Papa Steve ahead. Oh, Steve goes deep. It's going to be interesting now. Can I get this move done? The Filthy's very close. As Nissan closes in, is he going to try and get done to here, or is he going to wait for the straight? He's going to try and get done here, I think. Oh. Sort of glowing this Steve-O leaves room, and now Steve-O will have to run back on him because he may have compromised his exit with the tight line into that last corner. But these guys are close. Again, it's going to be the issue that as soon as he comes out the slipstream, the Filthy's completely closed that inside line out. Not going to get done there, but Steve-O still tries to hang it on the inside. Oh, they're going to be side by side through here. Or a bit of door to door. That was super brave from Steve-O. He just wasn't going to give up that inside line. Knew that eventually the Filthy was probably going to have to readjust to take a better line for the corner. Now he tries to defend the inside. The Filthy to the outside this time. Can he make it stick on the outside, or will he look for a switchback? Going to go for the switchback. Steve-O covers it, chops it off a little bit. Blocking the inside here. This is really hard. These guys are fighting hard for this P6, P7. This is bait, but this is also P2 in class. Obviously Pandas looks like they're taking a comfortable victory in. And the Filthy's just looking everywhere for an opening. I'll make this work, but again, what a good recovery. Obviously had his Q-ban. This started from the back, that's really made it stick. Look how many marbles there are. You can really see it in the under the headlights. Oh, can he get the inside here? Oh, that would compromise his exit. Defender's on the limit, you definitely say. It's hard. Probably just about within the line at the moment. Again, you can see this inside line defended really hard here. Trying to force the outside. If you can hang it around the outside, you then will have the inside to the next corner. Oh, it's tight. It's really tight. Going to try and again, have to be done on the outside. Unless he breaks early and tries for a switchback, but no, he's going to try and hang this on the outside, I think. No, now the switchback's potentially on. Oh, this is brave. These guys are really fighting hard here. Now, I wonder if Glossboss is going to try and get to this party behind them. You think if the Filthy can get past, it looks like he's got the better tyres. And probably better pace at this stage of the race. But getting past part's going to be the tricky part. This is why you gotta love GT racing. There's no drive-by overtakes, no DRS, no ERS. If you're gonna get a move done, it's gonna be earned, or it's gonna be a mistake. No one's just gonna wave you through. So again, he looks like he's got a good run here. You see that Scottish flag proudly displayed at the back window. He's not going to get an inside line. He was going to try and do what Steve did and just commit the inside. Oh, this is really hard defending. Questionable whether it's moving the brake in there. You are allowed to move back to the racing line to find the driver's inside, but here basically pushed him through the corner. Got to be careful when you're on those, hitting the power on those curbs. Wow, what a view that is. As we go to dark here and into Lagos, look at the brake just glowing both drivers. Oh, was he forced out a little bit there? Looks questionable, looks Verstappen Hamilton-esque. 2021, but the thing is now Glossboss has arrived on the scene just to make things extra tricky. So the Filthy's gone from being the hunter to now the hunted. And the Gazi's just behind again, so we'll get the best through from his perspective. That Persia looks a handful tonight, took on these warm tyres, and by the last lap they're going to be really warm. Oh, what a battle this is. It's come up to an hour into this race and we've got these four cars. Papa Steve is definitely the cork in the bottle. It's ultra close here. It's always difficult. This looks like a potential overtaking space, but you could then potentially compromise your line and exit subsequently. We'll just stick with this battle for now, then we'll have a quick look what's happening between Smiley SH and Panda. Now the field is, what's happened is it's brought all these open stages, he's got a way up now, trying to attack Papa Steve whilst not losing a place behind. So defending's been, it's difficult. Oh no, lost boss. Not sure what happened there, it looked like there's some contact side by side. Just see if Papa Steve hangs on to this here. Look like he's gone at this stage. So what's happening here? So he's got 5 seconds to SH. He's making no inroads on Panda, and look again at the Porsche, it's just absolutely destroying its tyres. The gap at the front's come down slightly, but still a comfortable P18. I think Panda's going to cling on to, well, I'm not even saying cling on, it's a very well deserved P3. You're disappointed that his pole position hasn't been converted, but as I say, the race pace of Penelope, and you've got to give Lucky Egg tremendous credit too. But we'll have to get it to Penelope shortly to give her a race winning moment, but let's have a quick look what's happening now with this battle. Wow, these guys are fighting hard here. They are still having the lap to go. So Penelope's still in sector 1, so get back to her before. Now, we're going to main straight. Papa Steve is still defending this so hard. He could finish anywhere here from P5 to kind of at least P8. So we lost Glossboss, and looks like we lost the guards have the back. I wonder if guards is involved in the contact with Glossboss. We'll just quickly follow this into turn 1 and get straight back to Penelope. One to keep an eye on, but we need to give Penelope a moment here as she comes into the end of sector 2, just about to start sector 3. Again, it's just been phenomenal race pace, phenomenal strategy. Again, look, the tyres are completely worn down, but she makes it work. It's going to be another dominant victory for Penelope in the Mercedes, flashing the lights to take the checker flag. What a win by Penelope. Lucky Egg's going to take P2, Pan's going to take P3, Smiley P4, and SH7 P5. That's set in stone, but let's just get to this battle here at the end. MG Dub makes a move into Filthy. And actually, that's what we said before, he's having to wait up, trying to get past Devo. This is the two brothers now fighting for 6 and 7. The Filthy's still very much in the mix. MG Dunn trying to make it on the outside. Is he going to send one into this last... I'm sorry, I thought we were coming to the last corner then. We've still got a little bit to go. Trying to hang it around the outside. Is his brother going to give him any room at all? MG Dunn has made it. He's made it stick. It's just now what happens into this last corner. Or has MG Dunn run a little bit wide there? Can Steve get a run? Is it going to be a drag race to the line? God, Steve-O's going to be devastated if he loses a place here to, well, he's lost onto his brother by the looks of it, but somehow he's kept the Filthy at bay, but still just lost that P6 that he was fighting so hard for. Gloskos comes above to take P9, and Guards in P10, and disappointed after starting the front row. Oh, and then Beam and J, P11, obviously got people a lap down at the back. Well, we didn't have to fight for the lead that we wanted, but man, we saw some hard racing elsewhere. Win you for the race order. So Penelope takes the race win on the fastest lap again, so be full 41 points to her. Lucky Egg in P2. Panda was unable to convert his pole position, but it's back-to-back podiums and back-to-back GT class wins for him. He looks at the class of that particular field at the moment. Smiley P4, SH Dunn P5, and then you saw how close that battle was behind. So we've got MG Dunn takes P6, Papa Stevo P7, so the Dunn brothers in 5th, 6th and 7th. The Filthy, unlucky there, could have been easily P6, but ends at P8, but still a very good recovery drive from him. And then we've got Glossboss in P9. Gazi, difficult race again, particularly after starting the front run, making such a good start, P10. Beaven J in P11. Got Highfield in P12, a lap down. Apex P13, a lap down. We saw what happened to him, unfortunately. Junkie looked like a really difficult race, P14. And Julian Cara with disappointing DNF. Disappointing, particularly if that's a voluntary retirement. But yeah, as I say, we didn't quite get the race battle that we wanted for the lead, but we had some excellent racing there, real mix of strategies. But right now, you'd have to say that Penelope is the person to beat. You'd have to say right now. But we are next time out in Road Atlanta, USA, which is the last race before break week, instead of real life Canadian Grand Prix. So we've got one more race before the break. We think these title contenders are going to need to try and take a win ahead of Penelope, because she's really starting to put a marker down now. Hopefully next time out we'll have a closer battle for the win, but we had some fantastic racing tonight, as we normally do in the ERL Gran Turismo tier. But thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next week at Road Atlanta.